Islam, Shalom, Mikhael, Hotep. Salam alaikum. Peace, peace. Reserve all my rights without recourse. I am making this particular video to discuss a few things, to remind myself of a few things, and kind of give an account of a few things. So I'm going to be a little specific. This video, I'm going to talk about what happens whenever you might be faced with an eviction. Okay. Whether you are living in a hotel, living in an apartment, or living in a home. All right, if you're faced with an eviction, or if you know that you will be faced with an eviction soon, then there are some simple steps that you should begin to think about now that might alleviate some pain and stress later on. And so this is what I did, or this is what I'm in the process of doing, so that I can perfect these procedures, because law is procedural, all right, as we know. And as we become more skillful in carrying out the procedures of law, and particularly those procedures that enforce the laws of the land, enforce those laws, those precepts and those concepts that our forefathers and our foremothers have left for us. All right, so a lot of this, what I'm doing, has little to do with the Moorish consulate or anything like that. I've come to the determination for myself that the Moorish consulate has no remedy for me, and could quite very well be trying to usurp me into their own trust for their own private gain and for own private reasons. So until I'm sure about that, then I'm just gonna not deal with any of that. So, and I wouldn't talk down on anyone, but I've done my research, and I put in the work and I put in the hours to see what's real and what's fake. So part of the reason I started this channel, was to do investigations to see who was real and who was fake. All right. Because with such a sensitive and delicate topic, which deals with our nationality, which deals with our birthright, okay? People come in all tints, colors, shapes. And, we started this channel discussing, right, the temple, right? And those who keep the temple and those who are in the temple. So this channel will continue to follow along that line. So anyways, yeah, I'm not feeling, the Moorish consulate any kind of way. So there's no remedy. There's no remedy whatsoever. And then for there not to be any remedy, for you want to convey me into your trust, like, I'd be an imbecile. you know, blind leading the blind, you know, and I'd be consenting to being that blind that's being led. So, even though I've sent off the paperwork to the 7 locations and everything, you know, that paperwork is still not on the record, and so I have a process for nationalizing that I am going to lay out in a manner that you know, you'll be able to see with your own eyes how to do it and what to do it. Okay. And then if you need one-on-one help or assistance or guidance or counseling, then there will be a solution in place for you that will be help for you, that will be guidance and mentorship for you, okay? So that you won't get tricked into becoming a part of someone else's agenda and, you know, being, having your estate basically taken over, without you even knowing it. All right. So that is not how it goes. Okay. Contracts must be both willing and knowing and openly. All right. That's how it goes. So this ain't that. If I'm going to have a servant, that servant is going to be a voluntary, that servant volunteered. That servant wants to be in that position for whatever, reason they have, whatever their goal is, whatever their portion in life is. And it's not going to be anything that was forced on that. It's going to be a contract between us, and if I do have servants, those servants will be, the wealthiest of servants, the most intelligent of servants, the most skillful of servants, so this ain't that, and everyone wants to, claim their own kingdom and claim their own tribe and claim their own clan and claim their own crown. You have that right, At the same time, if you make a claim of such, you must stand on that claim. You must stand on your square. You must prove that claim, okay? If you're calling yourself empress and, if you're calling yourself emperor and this and that and prophet, and you're going to have to prove those claims. Because there are two types of people who make claims. There are people who make the claim from their spirit, all right? And there are people who make the claim from their desire, or what we call flesh, right? Now, I'm not saying either of those are good or evil. But what I am saying is that they must be proven. So if my spirit makes the claim that I'm the emperor and I am out of alignment with my spirit, it may be more difficult for me to prove that claim if I were in alignment with my spirit and my spirit was making that claim. If that makes any sense to you, then you have an ear to hear and an eye to see. All right, because when your spirit makes a claim, all right, those are the ancestors, talking to you, talking through you, reminding you of who you are, and that you have work to do to find that evidence to prove it. Okay, as above, so below. And if it is one's desire, all right, that is making that claim, that it still has to be proven. It can't be taken by force. You may seem like you're taking it by force because you got a lot of guns, but the laws of nature, are servants to the laws of the Spirit. So we must be in alignment with all law. All law. You know, our Creator loves a cheerful giver. That's what that means. You know, having a love to abide and follow all of the law. You know, but in order to do that, we must know the law and study it and memorize it, especially when it's hidden from us from birth, and you know, when we're terrorized for attempting to learn it for ourselves and put it into practice. The importance of, you know, making claims, because everything is contract. You know, just like the lease agreement, just like the rental agreement is a contract. All right. And contracts, like people, have to abide by the laws of the land, the laws of nature, the laws of the Spirit. All right. But mostly in the public realm, we deal with what? The laws of the land, or the laws of commerce for those people who attempt to circumvent the laws of the land in any way. And or for those persons who are doing just, right, and exact commerce. All right. So it's two groups. All right. And these are my findings and my research. My research is published in several places, so take it for what you want. So making claims, all right? So eviction, all right? Someone comes and makes a claim, all right? He's calling himself the landlord, all right? Before I go open the door and start saying, I am my Moorish appellation, sui juris, sui hereditas, impropria persona, and any of that, all right, I'm going to look up the state laws for evictions. All right, I'm going to look up, and let me see. I'll do an example right now. How did I do it? Oh, I gotta push pause and come back, guys. Hold on.